Music to get you through your day. Winning victory through Christ. N-E-O-P way. WBTC. Reaching the world with positivity. Music to get you through your day.
The following program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
WBTC.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being.
Hi, thank you guys for tuning in to Heavenly Sent People. I am your host, Cynthia. And so this podcast is something totally different from out of the norm. And so I've decided to dedicate this to men. And our subject or our what do you call it? Hashtag is Real Men, Real Talk. And so I want to bring men on here and to give them an outlet to voice their opinion, their thoughts, so on and so forth. First, before I say that, I want to thank WVTC Radio for allowing me to broadcast on here. We are a 2-time Stellar Award winning station. We have some amazing things that's lined up for you guys next year, and download the app for all of our shows and things of that sort. So with that being said, yeah, like I said, so this podcast is geared towards we talk about mental health, we talk about relationships, we talk about any and everything that men talk about that we really don't get a chance to really ask them outside of their outside of their occupations. And so with that being said, you guys know my guest. You guys know him as Dreadhead the Cowboy. And so you guys, it's funny, Dread, because when I talk to people, I be like, Dreadhead Cowboy, he the guy that rode the horse on Expressway. And then they be like, oh yeah, I know them. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to the lady at Cooper's Hawk today because she had gave me some app, and I was telling her, like, I do a podcast, I got one tonight, and I told her to tune in. So hopefully she's watching. So with that being said, Dread, I got a couple questions for you. So we want to get up and close and personal with you. And so with that being said, can you tell us who you are? How about that?
I'm a human being. Hey, no, but my name Adam. That's my government name, Adam Hollingsworth. I'm 36 years old. Grew up over east in Woodline area. I do a lot of community work for the community, mainly the kids, focusing on our kids, bringing more resources in the community. Part-time father.
And I brought you on here, Dre, because you have you're all over the place. You're doing some amazing things. And so I think that there's this negative narrative about you. And so I wanted to have you come on because I know your heart. It's funny because when I think about it, I think when I first seen you on that horse, I called you and I did an interview with you probably like 3 or 4 years ago. You remember that?
Yeah.
And so I bought my first horse from him. And so, like I said, I know it's hard. We talk regularly, and I just thank God for him, despite what you guys see him as. A lot of times we listen to what the news or what somebody else say without even getting to know a person. And so the question is, when I talk to people about you, the first thing they say is, he the one that did that to that horse. And I say, did what to the horse? And I'm like, you probably should educate yourself. So when I get through having a conversation with them, the whole narrative changed. But see, that just lets me know that we're so quick to see the negative, not do our research. And so I've seen you all on social media, and I like the fact that you're always educating yourself. You're always giving us information. And so a lot of times, like I just said, we just go about what we see. So with that being said, can you give us the gist of the backstory in regards to the horse on Expressway? Because a lot of people think that you don't have that horse anymore, and that was this, and you went still in jail. That horse dead. Can you enlighten us with that?
Everybody gonna believe what they're gonna believe. But yes, I got my horse back. My horse still living. Actually beat the case. I say only thing I tell y'all, educate yourself on horses. When it comes down to the news, they painted this picture about me. They didn't tell a lot of people the reason why I did it, and that was my way of protesting. I guess um, I'm not giving them people what they want. That's why they paint this bad picture about me. But I was the same person that did so much for the community, not only the community, the mayor, the ex-mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, doing the same thing I've been doing, but now that I'm part of my ways with them, it's not what they wanted, so they painted this picture about me. But I say educate yourself on horses. If you don't know about a horse, don't listen to anything you hear. Do your own research because a person that don't know about a horse, they'll believe anything.
So you said the news didn't tell why you did it. So can you tell us why you did that?
I did it to bring attention on the kids that getting killed. I think this was around the time um George Floyd had got killed. And everybody lost sight of what's really going on. I'm not saying that that's something to be swept under the rug, but we got to look at the bigger picture. He's not the only one that's dying. There's a lot of kids out here being affected to gun violence. Um, I got my son was 4 at the time, and I asked him that he wanted to go to the park, and he told me he didn't want to go to the park, and I'm like, why you don't want to go to the park? Like, cause I don't want to die,
Wow.
and I'm like, at 4 years old, talking like that, listen, that ain't good. Like I didn't know nothing about death at 4 years old. So it's like we starting to forget what really matter, which is our kids' future. Like we lived our life. Our kids being cheated, they're not having a fair childhood. They being taught stuff they shouldn't be taught. They're not being educated properly. So it's like we taking away a lot from our kids, and the kids don't have a voice. And I feel like I'm the voice that they urging for, the one that they crying out for, and that's why I decided to use my platform to focus on the kids.
So so how did you get started, or how did you get in tune with animals, with horses specifically?
Um, Mind you, I never been around a horse a day in my life. Like I grew up over there on 62nd and Kenwood, Kenbark, over in Woodline area, and um, I had got shot in 2013, Father's Day, 2013. Me and my wife. I got hit in my shoulder. She got hit in her chest and her side. She was in critical condition. I
Wow.
was I was cool. I drove us to the hospital. Um, like she almost lost her life, and it was like that time. Around that time, I didn't care about life. I didn't care if I lived. I didn't care if I died or anything like that. It was to the point that I would get into it people and they pull a gun out on me, and I tell them blow it, shoot it.
Wow.
And I guess my uncle got he heard I guess my brother told my uncle Bopper about the situation, and my uncle called me to the boat. He had a boat right there at South Chicago at the yacht, and he told me to come up there. So I'm thinking he just trying to get me to come up there and hang out with him with the boat. So I get there, it was a horse right there, and I'm like, "Is that a horse?" Like I'm asking the question like this is what people ask me, man. Is that a horse?
Right.
Man, dang, this a real horse. Can I touch it? Like, yeah, you can touch it. I'm touching it when I say I got a bullet in me.
Oh
I
wow.
can't do none of this with my arm. So I'm like, can I touch it? He like, yeah. When I say I'm hugging a horse like this, like I felt like everything I was dealing with at that time, I didn't like I forgot everything. I'm like, can I
Wow.
get up there? Like, yeah, you can get up there. I get on that horse. When I got up there, I felt like a superhero. I'm like,
Oh,
and when I say everything I was dealing with, I forgot all about it. And then I'm like, I gotta get one of these.
wow.
I gotta get one.
Wow. So I've been watching you throughout the years, and so what's unique about you is the fact that you bring your animals out, and you rarely even charge for people, you rarely even charge people to so I think so you're now it's so much I can say, but you're bridging the gap with animals and educating us about animals, because honestly, not until you came on the scene with your horse, uh and doing the way you doing it, exposed so many. Now every time I look up, I hear somebody saying, oh, could we get the horse, could we get a horse, could we get the horse? And not before this, there are so many organizations that do what you do, but the fact that you change the narrative, you bring your horse out, you're not charging, you're going to different neighborhoods, and you're educating, you're educating us, is it's like, it spoke volumes, and that's what allowed you to stand out as opposed to many others, because we can see that you were sincere and this was something that you really enjoy doing. And that's the difference between something you enjoy doing or something you're doing for money or something you're doing for attention. And so I'm happy to say that I've been in your space several times, and I often see your love and your heart for the animals. And so you've inspired me. I bought my first horse from you and learned so much from that, until I couldn't afford it anymore. um but so with that being said, you also started a non-for-profit, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and what's your mission?
To bring more resources in the community. My goal is to build a barn in
Wow.
the inner city of Chicago and the surrounding cities around Chicago in an urban area. I look at it like this. That horse changed my life.
Wow.
If it wasn't for that horse, I honestly wouldn't even know where I'd be like today. Like I always think about like, dang, what would I be if it wasn't for this horse?
Wow.
And I probably like all my childhood friends, all the adults that watch us grow up, they always thought I'd be dead in jail. That was the whole thing. So when I first started riding a horse, like all my homies was like, all the big homies were like, man, you weird, but only you can get away with it because you'll beat people up if they try to talk about you and this and that. You weird, but you got it.
Wow.
We're gonna fast forward a year later. The same dude that told me this, he told me, man, you did that, man.
Wow.
I love what you're doing. Like, man, keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work.
And so from that childhood, or from and when you're in that space to where, as you say, that the animals changed your life. So now I see that you're you got a coloring book that you're out. You're doing celebrity community basketball games. Um, you've put yourself in the entertainment world. I've seen you on stage with with legends, so on and so forth. And so I understand that when you're trending, everybody want to be around. And so the Lord give us all the gift of discernment, which means that you'll be able to see people for who they are. And I think through the course of your interactions with people, you found a space. So with that being said, how do you separate yourself from the negative forces, or the people that's just out here that's playing games?
How do I keep myself away from them?
Correct.
It's hard because I don't honestly don't know. I just when I be around people that don't like me and I don't even know it because
Oh,
there's so many fake people out here. I never know. I just could tell how they move around me and like they have something going on and like they only call me when they need me. They don't
yes.
call me to check up on me. Like even though I'm used to it, I'm used to not being checked up on. Everybody think, oh, everybody he's this well known person. Listen, it's lonely. Like I'm so used to being alone, and I could sense when a person just want me around to check on me.
Wow. So what's crazy is that in the questions that I have, most of the questions talk about how do you handle self-care? And so of course you may mention your animals. How do you handle anxiety? Let me ask you this. So do you think the roles for men and women have changed in today's society in regards to relationship?
Most definitely.
How so?
Um, my opinion, and this how I'm looking at it. I feel like a lot of females don't want relationships no more. I feel like it's more guys that want relationships. I guess females. I feel like a female just using it as an excuse. We didn't put up with so much with y'all guys that we tired of it. No, y'all didn't put up with it. Y'all mama did. Don't put your mama hard work and whatever she done been through in your life because it definitely ain't got nothing to do with you. You just jumped off the porch. So I feel like a lot of females just use that for an excuse, but it's a lot of guys out here that want to be in relationships. There's a lot of guys that want to be fathers. Like I'm starting to see that more and more. But it's like females. I feel like a lot of females don't respect guys um no more because They feel like they don't need us. Um, I feel like it always been. I feel like a female should be a guy backbone. We should be our safe space. But now it's like, listen, I honestly don't want to be around you.
So I think that's because like I just said, the roles have reversed. And so a lot of men want to be the head, but they're not doing the necessary things to be that. So it's kind of like, do as women, do we accept a guy for just because, or do we seek somebody that's out there that's showing um head qualities, that's showing, that's on top of, as King say, standing on their business.
Oh, that what y'all female seeking for?
Yeah, most of
Like
us.
that's the problem. Like you see what I'm saying? You what you just said. Like the thing about it is, it's okay for it's okay for y'all females to date down. I mean, date up. It's okay for us to date down, but it's not okay for y'all to date down. Like a man would date down, but a female won't date down.
I
If you
think.
know,
Wait, no, you got to explain that. With that being said, can you shut it live? I couldn't tag you in it because I did it from this platform. It wouldn't allow me to tag you in it because I
let me
did.
grab my other phone. Hold on.
Okay.
No, what I mean by that is that a female, we us man, we have meet a female that's working at McDonald's and we invest in her and bring her up, build her up. But a female that's on her stuff ain't gonna date no guy at no McDonald's to build them up.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I gotta think real hard about that. I gotta think real hard about that.
You,
Y'all. So for me, yeah, that's tough. I gotta come back to that. I gotta think about that. So I think that in relationships nowadays, people are looking for a come up, right? On both sides.
Mhm.
So, it's some sense to what you're saying. Most people are looking for a come up. I look at some of these rappers and I see that they marry these women. And then after reading a lot of comments, it's almost like people marry people that's in position. So if a person is in position, it'll put you in position to be able to tap into stuff that you generally wouldn't be able to because of the position that person in. And so then
you
when that
said people. You said people. We talking about females.
men and women do the same thing.
No, I'm listen. How often would you run into a female that's gonna date down? You think
I
we
think
gonna
it's
say
out there.
no? Listen, we do you think how we gonna put this? We gonna say hmm. We gonna say Cardi B. You think she gonna go date a broke guy? Matter of fact, you think she gonna date? You think she gonna build a male exotic dancer at a strip club? You think she'll do that and build them up?
Maybe, maybe.
Because I could prove that a guy would do that. A guy would take a female from a strip club and build her up.
You're right. It's some celebrities out there that has done that.
What
You
what about what about vice versa? Have was there some celebrities that did that? Or a guy that worked at a manager at McDonald's or FedEx or you know.
That's a good question. I got to make that into a post because I'm curious to see what people think. Because I do believe that some women. So nowadays, like I said, people date for convenience. And so society has changed, and so many women for the most part are dating guys just to be in a relation, just to be in a relationship, regardless to what they got. These guys that they dating, I got friends that's dating a guy that ain't got a car, ain't got nothing, and so she go to work, he drop off and hit and in her car, so on and so forth. And so that's a perfect example, right, of somebody, of this woman dating down. She got all the bells and whistles, but she don't want to be lonely, he's getting old, and say she needs somebody to spend the rest of her life with. So it looked like she went and got a guy from the end of the tunnel.
Would you
So,
date down? Listen, I've been around you. I know you enough, and I would like for you to answer that question honestly.
but this ain't got nothing to do with me, right?
Look, you into a female?
You right.
It got a lot to do with you.
Would I date down? it depends. It depends on the end. It depends on the guy. It depends on where his mental space is.
So
Because guess what? I understand that some people fall on hard times, right? So let's say this guy, he used to work in corporate America, and whatever happened, he had a divorce. His wife took
how
everything.
about he didn't? You making up a reason. He didn't. He worked a 9 to 5 at McDonald's. He getting paid minimum wage, and he doing the drive through, and he try to talk to you.
I'm not ready to date right now. I'm not dating right now. I'm not looking to date right now. So I can't answer that question. I can't answer that right now. Because right now where I'm at mentally, I'm
If
not
you
ready.
was, if you was able to, if you was into the dating right now, would you? We can
Hey,
change the subject. We can move on. We can move on. Listen, but that's just to show that
that's fun.
that goes to show that
It's
we could.
difficult, man.
I will date down because I know what I'm capable of doing. I don't mind investing in a female to be my backbone. That's what I'm working on, building a strong backbone. So I honestly, me dating a female that's like this on me or above me, I feel like dating a female that's higher than me, I feel like she'll feel like she more masculine than me. And I don't want to feel like she control me. Would I stay with a female? I would not stay with a female at all. Well, I wouldn't move in with a female. That's one thing you don't know. I feel like a guy that move in with a female, you would never get the respect and the proper treatment you deserve.
Wow.
And I feel like that's a no no. I feel like if y'all gonna do that, y'all both leave y'all crib and y'all start somewhere
I agree.
fresh.
I agree. I agree. Because I totally agree with that. And me as well. I don't think that I would be comfortable moving in with a guy if we start a relationship. If he's already got if he's already got his house or whatever, it might be a little difficult because again, that's his. And so if we're in a relationship at some point, I want us to build together. Way I ain't gotta worry about him coming out putting me out, so on and so forth, because it happens all the time. So let me ask you this. And so outside of your animals, how do you prioritize self-care? What is it that you do outside of your animals that brings you peace? Or, what's your to go when you're not around your animals?
When I'm not around my animals,
Yeah.
um, I go to the gym and play basketball.
You go to
Um,
you go to the gym and do what?
play basketball.
Oh, okay. You just play,
Um,
right? You ain't okay, right. Go ahead.
hold on, what you say?
No, you say you go to the gym and play like a pickup basketball, like you ain't okay, right. Well, go ahead.
Um, no, but no, basically, I really don't do nothing. I go to the gym, play basketball, but I barely do that. I'm not going to say I do that on a regular. I
Okay.
do it every blue moon. Like I've been doing it now because I'm getting ready to for this game on the 16th against Chicago Police Department. We're gonna
Tell
blow
us
them
about
out.
Tell us about it. So who you got? Who you got on? What is it for? Why are you doing it?
I'm doing a fundraiser for the toys for the kids. A lot of family that's not in a position that I'm not gonna say a homeless family and all. No, I don't like that. For the family, I want to help the family out a little bit more. I know a lot of mothers and fathers out here working hard and like do what they could, but I want to make sure that their kid is comfortable and happy. Even though I don't celebrate Christmas, I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate holidays at all. I woke up in a Jehovah's Witness household, so it was like,
I didn't know that.
yeah, I didn't have that growing up. So it's like I love to help people. Like since I was a kid, I always like bought gifts and everything and gave them to people, wrap it up and give it to people. Even gifts that was given to me from the school, I wrap them up and give them to somebody else because I didn't want the gift. That's how I was telling you. I don't ask for nothing.
Wow.
Um,
How many? So is this your the third basketball event? I'm sorry, third giveaway or what? How many
yeah,
has?
this I did the toy giveaway. I did the shoes giveaway, and this is another toy giveaway. Yeah.
And see, that's my whole point. Now you change the narrative in such a short time. There's people out here with a larger platform than you, um, um, that's financially well off. And here it is, people like you and I are coming with just what we got, with our passion, with our love, trying to make a difference. And so that's why I say, to know you is to know you. And so I know a lot of people that got it, ain't thinking about trying to bless nobody or put nobody in a position, and can care less about if a kid got a toy or
This
not.
what we're gonna do. This what we're gonna do. We're not gonna bash them or the organization that's not helping people like me and you. We just gonna ask for organizations that got a platform that's able to do to help us or other organization. We asking for the help and support.
Absolutely.
We're gonna ask for the help and support. We got people like Cynthia. She actually a person that do a lot for the community. Like when I say this lady remind me so much of myself, but smarter.
Oh,
Um, and she humble and she got patient. I don't have patience, and I need to work on being patient. Um, I'm humble, but I'm not as humble as her. She got her hands in everything. She actually so modest about it, but she definitely in everything. And I'd be like, dang girl.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
But like, it's people that like her that need the support. See, people like her and me. But
Absolutely.
like, she actually do a lot of stuff for the community. She got her hands in everything. Like just like I do, she got her hand in twice the amount. I'm new to this, so I'm trying to like get like her and bump shoulders and elbows with everybody. But it's kind of hard for me because I painted this picture about me. So it's like me trying to I'm trying to rebrand myself and work with law enforcement politicians. I'm trying to gap the bridge. So that's what I'm doing. So I need to get like you, Queen.
And people need to see that, you know what I'm saying? And so it's resilience like no other. Like you said, you've been there and done it. Now you're trying to show people in a different light. And it's sad that, we got to fight so hard to show who we are, because people see it. I know what I'm saying, you go viral every time you post, so it ain't like people don't know what you're doing. And so again, like you said, you've went from this to us watching the police follow you on expressway, and to and all those other encounters, to you now saying, you know what, that ain't it. So you now putting together a basketball event with Chicago PD speaks volumes. And guess what, you got to know that people not going um you got to know people not going to like that, because now it's like, people always can see the negative. People gonna always see the negative before the positive. And so the fact that you change, people don't like change, because guess what, just your heart, it ain't even about your money. Your heart is pure, so your heart gonna open doors for you, and people know that. And so a lot of times people keep us in the back, because they know our light are totally outshine theirs, but they getting the funds.
Definitely.
But our light and our energy will blow a room up, and they know that. So people try to keep you at bay, and I'm learning that myself. And so yeah, I commend you, like I said, for everything that you're doing, for you, turning your life around, for you, trying to get in a positive light, for you with the toys giveaway, and for bringing your animals out. Most of my kids that I deal with have had the experience of being around animals because of you. And myself, that's always been a dream. So when I saw you years ago, I'm like, there you go. And so when I bought that horse, like you said, it changed my mental space. And so the patience, it's safe to say that the patience come from the horse, because I remember times I had to go out there, and if I was all uptight and on 10, the horse, wasn't gonna take to me. And so we all know that horses are therapeutic animals. And it's crazy because a lot of people don't even know that there's a chapter or a space or a paragraph in the rules of the road book about horses. I remember the time when you was educating, when you was showing us the article. I mean, I'm sorry, not the article, the paragraph in the rules of the road book about horses. And so that just goes to show us that, we don't read or take the time to educate. We quick to hear, we quick to listen to what people tell us, and without educating. And then you always on live, like, this is this, and this is this, and this is this. And so, keep up the good work, man. You're doing awesome. I appreciate you. And so back to that basketball game. Who do you have on your team?
On my team, I got L Hitter. He's a rapper from Chicago, a well-known rapper from Chicago. I got Stunt Taylor, a well-known rapper from Chicago. I got um Ben One, a
Okay.
well-known R&B singer from Chicago. I got John Blue. a well-known R&B singer from Chicago. Um, and we got um, a comedian named Brick. We got a party promoter named Marcus Whitley B. We got Big Shot Brick. We got Create the Brand. Shout out to Create the Brand. Um, he definitely one of the sponsors for the event. Shout out to Chicago Chicken and Waffle for sponsoring us. We got Food Chicken and Waffle will be catering the event.
Wow.
Um, we got shout out to you, Cynthia. You actually helped me out with ideas, so I definitely got to give you credit on that. You definitely put some good input into it. Um, and who else? We got Trouble, DJ Trouble. We got Uncle Beast that's hosting. We got DJ Megastar that's hosting. We also got J Mal Green too. Me and him that bumped heads so many times. And
See,
it's like I've been trying to tell people, like I'm trying to change the narrative. I'm not trying to beef with nobody. A
I
lot
love,
of people might not like J Mal Green, don't agree with what he do. Listen, I'm gonna tell you just like that. I'm willing to work with anybody that's willing to help with the community.
I love it. I
Like
love it.
I'm not perfect. I'm human. So if a person can't forgive me for my past and my heart, then I don't know what to tell you. God forgave me.
I love it. And see, and so, and that's exactly what I'm saying about you. Now you just named all of these household names that we know. And so just in a matter of time, you've built relationships with these individuals on a totally different platform. With that being said, I forgot to mention El Hitter. El Hitter was supposed to be on here, but he called and told me that he had a show tonight. So I'll see him and fuss at him at the basketball game.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Maybe I won't give him any calls.
No, you got
I found him.
no. He on my team. Well, you was rolling with them anyway. You was rolling with them anyway.
With
So
you when
I'm glad. I'm glad you didn't show up.
I'm with you when you're right. So when is this game?
And December 16th.
December 16th. At what time?
It's from 12 to 4.
12 to 4. Where is it gonna be at?
It's on the Salvation Army on 69th and Green. The Salvation Army on 69th and Green. Definitely I love for anybody to come out. Listen, we still looking for toy donations. It's either $15 to get in or come with a toy of that value to get in.
I
It's
love
all for the kids. It's all for the kids. Listen, I don't want your money. I ready for you to bring a toy so I don't have to touch your money. The kid that had the toys right there and there. When I say I don't want nobody money, I want your support. Come out and support. Like money help, but support help more. Support will go a long way.
And you're passing out the toys at the game after the game?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And then I know when I did it last year, I had way more toys than I had kids. And I know I was able to go to people's houses and I think that'd be dope for me and you to go out there and
Let's
do what
do it.
we talked about.
Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So let's talk about so that's what it is for me, Dre. My son is blessed. I just thank God that I'm able to have the necessary resources to whereas, he ain't really he don't see the lack of. And so I'm real resourceful. And like I told you, I don't wait for people to create opportunities or programming for my son. I know what he need, I know the lack of. And so once I see a need, I'm on top of it, whether somebody want to support me or not. And that's why you guys see me in all these different hats, because an idle mind is a devil's workshop. And so my thing is the more irons I put in the fire, something gonna burn. So if I'm sitting back and not doing anything, from nothing leaves nothing. And so the people that sit back and say, "Oh, you doing this, you doing that," those are the people I say not doing enough. Because if you got time to sit and watch everything I do on Facebook and you don't know me, and then you pass judgment on what you see as opposed to get to know me and know my reasoning behind that. I'm a single parent, so raising a boy child on the west side of Chicago is the most traumatic thing anybody could even think about enduring, not just the west side, the south side. Y'all see what it is out there. So you gotta you got to put these kids in spaces, in safe spaces. You got to give them something to do outside of them wanting to be outside. And so, like what we talked about earlier today in regards to the collaboration with the organizations, like I told you, the thing that gets me with these people is that these billion-dollar organizations, their foundations, they want to give out money. However, they don't know who to reach. They don't know organizations. So, for instance, an individual, you got a friend, they got an organization that's been getting this grant for 10 years, right? From a billion-dollar corporation. What's wrong with that individual saying, hey, you know what? Here's this grant. Here go the information. Fill it out. I'll put your name in. That's not going to take away from what I'm doing, because that's what the foundation's for. They got billions of dollars. If they don't know, they don't know. Other than that, they on the internet trying to find somebody to give away. But if you got to contact who you hurt, who that's going to hurt,
Well, you want to tell you what it is, Cynthia?
please tell me.
Okay, so I realized this. I'm not gonna put the organization name out there, but
Thank you.
it opened my eyes up to a whole lot of stuff. Like I cannot see myself working at no McDonald's, no FedEx, no, like I don't want to work for, I don't want to do that type of work. So it's this organization do community work. They have a lot of people from the hood. They be out there like in the hood helping the hood. They're like ex gang members and ex gang members. So they basically do a lot of stuff in the community. So I'm like, dang, I can see myself doing that.
You be
So
you
I reached out.
for it. You'd be perfect for it.
Perfect. So I go talk to the CEO of the organization. Man, you think you could and he told me straight like this. He like, I ain't gonna say a lie to you, cowboy. I couldn't have you work for me. I'm like, why not? He say, if I have you out there with our vest on, out there in the community, they're not gonna see my organization. They're gonna see dreadhead cowboy.
Wow.
And I'm like, I didn't like it didn't click right then and there. But when I got home, I thought about like, what do he mean?
Wow.
Like you got a whole organization.
So it's about him and not you. That's what he told
He worried about that organization not being seen and they seeing me. But what about the work in the community?
Wow. You could have been that ambassador for that organization. You could have
But
brought light funding, opportunities, so on and so forth.
listen, it was just amazing that my name, just who I am, it's a blessing and a curse. Like when I say the people love me and support me, when I say all over the world, like I know for a fact, all over the world, I got supported all over the world. But it's the handful of people that do not like me, and I don't know why. Like they can't, and the reason is, I think I know everything. They don't want to talk to me. I didn't try to reach out to the Black Cowboys. Listen, let's talk. Instead of y'all bashing me and putting me down, teach me if I can teach the people. I see the people watching me. Oh, you just want the attention. I use my attention for us.
So you saying you reached out to the Black Cowboys to try to get help and guidance, and they declined.
I wasn't even trying to get help and guidance. I was just trying to let's bridge it. Let's whatever y'all got against me. I don't know y'all. So whatever y'all got against me, let's talk about this. Let's see what way could we do to come together and we could put out there. Let's do something together.
Wow.
But one of the Black Cowboys said, listen, they gave me some flyers. Help me promote this for a rodeo. Here, help me promote this. You want me to help you promote something that's gonna put money in your pocket? This ain't doing nothing for the community. They for themselves. And I'm matter of fact, I'm not going to come on this podcast. Sorry about that and bash. Listen, I want to work with the black cowboys. I want to work with the cowboys. I want to work with political people. I want to work with law enforcement. I want to work with you. I want to work with organizations. I want to work with everybody. I want to work with Inglewood Barbie. Like whatever I got to do to make men with anybody,
I love it.
I want to do it. I'm not here to outshine anybody. I tell people like this, let's put an event together. We ain't got to put my name on it at all. we could put your face on it and like it's your event. Cause I don't care about none of that. It ain't about me. I'm gonna help you push it, promote it. Cause I feel like without me being a face on it, I feel like it'll go farther because me being me, a lot of people don't like it. Like I got word that they feel like a lot of people feel like the police ain't gonna come to the basketball game. But I listen. When I say I'm like 100% sure that these police officers come to the game. I don't even want to tell people who the police officers are and what district
Smart.
because I feel like, matter of fact, I know for a fact that they're gonna fall back, pull back. I didn't put money into this. I didn't pay for their jerseys and everything. So it's like it should be about our kids.
I
It
love
should
it.
be about our kids. Um, like it's just heartbreaking that knowing that people would do whatever it takes to make me look bad. Like it's
Wow.
just a beat, man.
Well, with that being said, I got a shipment of toys coming in. I'm not sure of the date. Uh I'm not sure of the date yet. So I had originally said before I got the word before I got the email, I originally said that I wanted to um do a celebration, a dinner, a brunch, or whatever you want to call it, for about 30 youth at the park district. So I was waiting on a date from the park district, and I think I got the date. And so everything is free. The food free, giving out toys. Hopefully I can get coats by that time. My friend, he's a DJ. Shout out to DJ Rose. He's coming to set up his stuff for free. The food is we're soliciting restaurants to get the food for free. We got the space for free. We got toys, and just want to show the kids a good time. Hopefully I can get some content creators that some of the kids look up to come in and just speak life into them. Because like you said, at the end of the day, it's about the kids. And so the kids are our future. And so not until we can show them something different that it'll change they mental state of thinking. And so I got this motto, Dread. It's hard for a kid to see what they can't dream. If you're seeing the same thing every day, there's no exposure. And so that's another reason why you see me doing all these different things with these kids. So I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I've been blessed to be able to pick up some kids or get some kids to do the shop with a cop. And so I've been getting my email has been flooded with parents saying that they don't have this and they don't have that. So I'm thinking with the overflow of the toys, like what we talked about, and what you have left over, we can take those out and hand deliver those to, I'm gonna go through my email and see write down the kids' names and have them possibly meet us at a place where we can uh distribute the toys that are left over, because I got had promised some people some toys already. So I already have my list of the kids that I deal with directly. And so like I said, whatever I have left over, I'll figure out a space for, if you're not busy, to come out, and we just be a blessing like we continuously are. And so um is it too cold to bring the horse out?
Uh, too cold for me. Yeah,
Too cold for you to bring the horse out?
it's too cold for me. I don't. I don't do the cold.
What about a goat? Can we bring the goat out? Is it cold for the goat? How does that
You
work?
gonna come? You gonna come get the goat?
I will. Yep.
Come get the goat.
I'll come and get it, and I'll I'll bring it back the same day, because that is something totally different, y'all. So Dred had an event, and see, he had an event on the west side, and so he wasn't able to do the event, and so he was like, Cynthia, I got an event on the west side. We'll split the proceeds. And so I appreciate that. And so I took the goat to the place, and it was late. And so I'm like, you know what, it's late. I'm not about to take the goat all the way back. The goat stayed the night at my house. And when I tell you that goat cried all night, I was like, no, what? No, 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 no. Pebbles all over my house. And see, I'm not, so I like animals, but I don't like animals in my space, if that makes sense, right? Like dogs, cats. He had a dog. My son cried just wanted this dog. We had a dog, and he realized that ain't what he want. And so I get it. He the only child. So I just be trying to get him whatever to keep him preoccupied for the time being. And so we did the dog, we did that. And so yeah, so you'll definitely be getting that goat back the same night. So I asked you earlier, did you believe in God? You told me yes, right? And so I said, tell me a Bible scripture or tell me a parable in the Bible. And what did you tell me?
I couldn't even tell you nothing in the Bible. I never read the Bible.
Is that because you grew up Jehovah?
No, I grew up my mama Jehovah Witness. I was forced to just go,
Okay.
and I was just in
What
my
about
head.
you ever been to church? A Baptist church?
Yeah, I've been in church.
Okay. And how did you what did you think of it?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
When I did go to church, it was when I was younger. I used to go for the females.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, that's different, and people do that. I get it. Okay, okay. So, hey, this your story. As you heard the intro, our views aren't the views of WVTC Radio, its affiliates, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you're entitled to how you feel. And so earlier, I was talking to you about the love languages, right? And so I went to church probably 15 years ago, and the pastor talked about the 5 love languages. And so I went and got the book, and I'm like, man, this book is deep, it's dope. And so I've been categorizing my relationships. And when I meet guys that I'm serious about, I make mention of the love language because guess what? You can be giving me a love language
You said when you meeting guys
when I meet guys that I like, when I meet guys that's in my space. Because I'm saying,
recent, like recent.
yeah, I'm single. I'm single.
But
So
so you've been meeting guys recently,
yeah,
you're not looking for a relationship. Remember that.
correct.
But you dating.
I have friends.
Okay.
Thank you. Anyhow, I have friends, and so when my friends come in my space, I like to bring my friends up to par to what type of individual I am, and vice versa, right? And so 5 love languages, and so each love language is a representation of what you want. And you can add these 5 things go into each go just everything. So for instance, physical touch, massage, rub the feet, all that good stuff. That's physical touch, right? Quality time. Most people like quality time. Most women like quality time, and I've had some guys on here to say quality time was one of theirs, one of their love language. So it's physical touch, quality times, words of affirmation. You look beautiful. This. Words of affirmations don't do it for me because people compliment me all the time. So they don't really. I'm so used to that too. They don't really do nothing for me.
So you really don't care about compliment.
It's not my love language, no.
That's why I don't get compliment females. Like I would just look, and I don't even look long. I dare walk past and I'm like,
But see, it don't matter because you're a stranger. You're a stranger, so it wouldn't matter. It don't matter. So, and that's probably why that don't do it. So, for instance, if I was coming home to a guy, or if I was married, yeah, I would expect that from my husband or my boyfriend. But from a stranger, I mean, somebody that I don't know, it's not a love language of mine. And so the other one is what is it? Quality time, receiving gifts. Most women like to receive gifts. So I asked you what yours, and what did you tell me? You told me, what did you tell me your your love language was? I think you said physical touch, right?
yeah.
So let's go over this. Why not quality time?
Because I'm so used to being alone. It's and I don't know. It's like I be around, like when I have been around females, but like I feel like I'm missing something. I gotta. Uh, she don't feel that void.
What about receiving gifts? So you
I,
like
I, I really don't. I really don't care about gifts.
acts of service, people doing stuff for you. Here, I brought you a plate. Here, I bought you a pair of shoes. Here, I bought you a t-shirt.
It's a thought to count, but it's like I feel like that ain't what I want. It's just a materialistic thing, and I feel like that's something that can come up missing the next day. Like you could have it today and be gone tomorrow. I want something that's lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Words of affirmation. You look nice. Your hair look
No,
nice. Your shoes look nice.
no,
You got
I
a
don't even want. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear no compliments. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Forget telling me to keep up the good work. Get out here and help me, support me, get behind me, get on the side of me. Let me get behind you.
that's deep. So what do you think? What's your idea? What would be a wife characteristics of a wife for you? For instance, I had some guys come on and we talked about like the women coming in the club or half dressed or things like that. I mean, is that somebody you take home? Is that you love that? Is that cute? Let me marry you.
A female that you meet in the club and dressed half naked. Now that's a female that you slut out. I can say slut out on here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I just that's all you good for.
So name five qualities of a woman in the event that you were single. Five qualities of a woman that you would look for.
Um, I want to see how your head is, like your brain. uh, 'Cause a lot of people can't hold a conversation, especially with me. I'm not saying I'm the smartest man. I'm not even smart to be real with you, but I'm not dumb. I know what I want, and I know what I want in a female. So I want to make sure you able to keep me keep my attention on you on the conversation because a lot of females like have a kid mindset, and I don't want to put myself around no person that oh I like these Prada shoes and
But you
um like I had a female that tell me ask me um she paid for a hotel room and like the expensive hotel room just to sleep in. I'm like, why you paying for that? Why you paying that much and you tripping about money? And she like, no, I got to make sure that when I go to this room, I'm gonna make sure this. I'm like, but you can go get that room for $70 versus paying $250, and you can get a couple of nights out this room right here. The only thing you're trying to do is sleep in it. Now I got to make sure I have this and that. And then she turned around and asked me, "You think you'll give me a little money for my pockets?" That's when I realized that this ain't gonna happen. This right here, this conversation is gonna end right here. I don't know what it's gonna happen. I'm gonna slut you out, and I ain't gonna hear from you no more. I leave you on red after that.
wow. Understood. Understood. Okay, what's another quality? So does size matter to you? Fat, short?
That, hold on, let me ask you a question. Listen, a lot of people might get mad at this, but I tried to be as real as I could. Some people tell me my family tell me I'm too blunt. I need to just keep stuff to myself, and that's kind of hard. Okay, would I? Yes, I would deal with a fat girl.
Okay, let's okay, let me say uh uh it's fat harsh, right? That's not a nice word, is that's not a nice word.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you just like this. It's harsh, but I would deal with a fat girl, a healthy girl, whatever you want. I would deal with a plump girl. What I would deal with you.
Deal with her. Does that mean take her serious or just deal with her? Would you go out with her, hold the hands to the store to the mall? That's
Yeah,
would you
we can go out. We can go on a date, hold hands.
okay.
I don't mind that.
What about race?
Listen, you human. That's the only race I see, man.
I love it. Okay, that's deep. Okay, that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. So what advice would you give? So I'm sure you get a million people ask you, "Hey, how do I buy a horse? I'm looking for a horse." All that good stuff. What advice would you give an individual that's out here brand new, like I was, that's looking for a horse?
I tell you, treat a horse like a car. A lot of people like, what you mean? What you? what you pay for a car? You could pay $300 for a car. You could pay 500, 800, 1,000, 1,500, 3,500, 40,000, 150,000. What you pay when you pay 600 for a car? What you getting?
Not a good car.
You pay for what you get
Okay.
with a horse. You pay $600, $700. The horse might be old. You might not be able to ride the horse. You might have to put a whole lot of work, meaning like you put a whole lot of money in a car. You put a whole lot of work in a horse. So that's how it is. You treat a horse like a car. You pay for what you get. The best time to buy a horse is in the winter.
Why is that?
Um, the horses go down, the price go down because a lot of people like you get a lot of people that not passionate about horses like me and a lot of other people that actually love animals. A lot of people just do it just for the money. So in the winter, a horse not doing nothing for them.
You
They
mean like
just
they can't?
they,
They not able to make no money off a horse. No
uh,
parties. Okay.
no party. They spending money and spending money because they got to pay for food,
Wow.
hay, and house them. If they ain't got their own land, they got to board them. And like boarding ain't cheap.
Wow.
Boarding went up to like $500, 525 a month.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. So
So
okay, so how many hours do you put into your horse a day? Like for instance, is there a certain time you feed? How many times a day do you feed your horse? And what do
well,
you feed him?
well, I actually buy big old round bales of hay for my horse. So I every 3 days I'm paying $60 or $75 for a round bale of hay.
Every 3 days.
Yeah,
Wow. And how many horses eating off that barrel?
I got 3 horses, a donkey, 3 horses and a donkey.
Wow. Okay, so and then a lot of times people ask, what do you do with a horse in the wintertime? And then I tell them, I'm like, well, remember, we domesticate animals, which means that we take them and put a coat on them and put them in the shed and put all this stuff on there to domesticate them. When horses are wild animals, just like a cat and a dog, like they don't have to be inside. Um, they don't have to be inside. And so, with that being said, so in the wintertime, how does I mean, because it's cold, of course. So how do you keep the horse hydrated?
I keep the water. You got to keep a heater in the water for the water won't freeze.
Oh,
Um, yeah, a water heater for the water won't freeze. But I honestly think when a horse is in the wild and they're not able to get to some water, because I know when I first got my horse back, Prince, um, I got him back in the winter. It was cold out there, so it was like um, they wasn't touching. Like I was kept on going out there filling the bucket up. Well, I filled the bucket up one time, and they kept on freezing. But they never, when I brought them to the water, they never would drink the water. So after a while, I'm like, dang, why they not drinking? And then one day I caught them eating some snow. They would eat snow. So I guess that's what they do in the wild. They eat the snow for water.
so I guess that saying that says you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. You seen that firsthand, right?
Yeah.
Last question. So we talked about the upkeep of a horse. So for instance, so I don't think people understand, like you said, that you got to have you got to have money uh to have a horse, you know. So in event that the horse get hurt, like you got to get his teeth brushed, you got to get his nails clipped, and whatever. What else do you have to do in regards to the health of a horse?
You got to get the vet. You got to have the vet to come out for sure once a year to get the cottonage test.
How much is that about?
Probably like around like 150.
Okay.
You got to do the cottonage test. Like anything that happened to my horse, like my horse, like like they run, so they'll probably step on something or something that happened to the horse. Like when I say I treat my horses better than I treat myself. Like I can't even tell you last time matter of fact I go every 3 months to get tested. But they go any little cut on my horse, and I'm getting them to the vet. My horses eat better than me. I take care of my horses better than I take care of myself. Um, a lot of people don't understand that's a very touchy topic when I be out there. People be like, "Oh, poor horse." when people call my horse a poor horse, it actually it triggers something in me because it ain't nothing poor about my horse. My horse eat better than me and a lot of y'all. Like my horse eat all day if they want to. When I say I keep hay back there, my horse eat better than me. I haven't even ate today yet. I ate a Guess all I ate today? Some ice cream.
Oh wow.
Like dead serious. My horses eat better than me. So and they get taken care of better than me. So when a person call my horse poor and whatever, man, listen, I love my animal.
Wow. So I appreciate you taking time out your busy schedule. Thank you for the collaboration. Thank you for reaching for me. Thank you for sharing your platform. You are amazing. Keep up the good work. You putting in the work. We see it. The fact that you got on here and said that if you want to work with people, you ain't out here trying to bash nobody. You want to make peace. You want to now collaborate with people on a whole different level. That's not who you was. You're a changed man, and you're showing it. And so y'all heard the man. All you can do, all a person can do is apologize, and you've did that profusely. I've heard you mention this several times. So you doing your part. So when you do your part, the Lord going to continue to open doors for you, and hopefully the people that feel like you wronged them in whatever type of light see this or hear the story, and they can turn around, and we can do some amazing things out here. But not until we all collaborate and put forth the effort together, we'll see the largest change, the change that we can possibly get. And when you think about it, just to dive into politics, when we're divided, it's easy to attack us. You see it. When we're divided, it's easy to attack. You seen what happened at City Hall where they had an altercation. Everybody got together. The individual had to apologize on national TV, whether it was fake or not. It had to be done, and so now people can move forward. And that's all you can do. So with that being said, thank you, sir, for coming on, sharing your story. I will see you sooner than not. I will be at the basketball game with my kids. I'll be with my ref shirt on. Thank you for the opportunity. Until then, we will see you guys next Monday. Peace.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ. WVTC Allsip Chicago. An iNetworks communication station.